Water. It is one of Singapore's greatest challenges, given our lack of natural resources and scarce land to capture and store rainfall. We've tackled this challenge with ingenuity and innovation, leading to the introduction of NEWater in 2002. But the journey actually began 30 years earlier, in the 1970s.
That's when we formed the Water Planning Unit. It was parked under PM Lee Kuan Yew, under his office, and we were charged with developing the first water master plan. When we were briefing LKY, his first remark was, every other government policy must bend at the knee of the water policy. He upheld water as critical for Singapore's survival. We were exploring various options, other technologies. We found that perhaps the most promising was reverse osmosis. The problem is the membrane that is required in reverse osmosis. That membrane was still, from the manufacturing point of view, still in its infancy.
Over the years, membrane technology evolved and developed. By the 1990s, it became more reliable, durable, and cost-effective. Seizing the opportunity, PUB built a demonstration plant in 2000 to validate the technology, thus bringing NEWater closer to reality.
When we started this project, we have zero experience in how to operate, maintain a membrane plant.
This is the first time we are putting treated used water into the membranes. There were periods where we were struggling, or we were trying to find the correct recipe to effectively clean the membranes. All these are the valuable lessons, technical data that we managed to learn from the demonstration plant to be incorporated for future operations for the full-scale plants.
Where we building the demo plant, all the water discharged into this particular chamber. The water that came up from the plant is extremely clear. I still remember our late Prime Minister, Lee Kuan Yew. He was here, and when we briefed him, he was totally no expression. Zero expression, you know. So when we brought him to come to the jacuzzi, his face changed. Seeing is believing. And I still remember, we got, in fact, very happy scolding from him. Why are you throwing away this water? Do something about it, isn't it? I think that's where we got it.
The results achieved by the demonstration plant spurred the opening of Bedok NEWater Factory in 2003, our first full-scale NEWater plant. We didn't stop there. A second such plant was built at Kranji within the same year, a testament to the ability of NEWater to serve as our third national tap.
It's very significant in the sense that actually give NEWater program a good start. Through technology, we're able to convert our treated effluent into safe drinking water. NEWater allows us to close the water loop in terms of water management to help us to overcome our land constraint.
When we scale up, the equipments are bigger, the layout of the plant gets complicated. And another challenge is that our potential customer for NEWater are the wafer fabrication industries. And they require very, very pure water. We need to show and convince the customer that every drop of NEWater that's sent to them meets the water requirement. Then they can take in the NEWater with a peace of mind.
In 2002, NEWater was unveiled to Singaporeans during the National Day Parade. To share the NEWater story, the NEWater Visitor Centre was established alongside Bedok NEWater Factory in 2003. The facilities were co-located so that visitors to the centre could view the treatment processes in the factory.
I worked in NVC from 2005 to 2010. At that time, NEWater was relatively new. People may not understand the technology. so they naturally don't believe that they can drink it. But we try to keep it simple, and we also want it to be fun. So when visitors, when they go back, they can remember all these things. The teachers, even uniform groups, grassroots, all these people, we try to get as many of them to organize tours to the visitor center.
When NEWater Visitor Center was open, a lot of VIP visits were hosted. With the opening of Budget Terminal back then, we had a booth to ferry visitors who visited the Budget Terminal to come and visit us. I was happy to be an advocate for NEWater or even NEWater education to assure Singaporeans that we are doing it well.
Over the years, the NEWater Visitor Centre has welcomed over 1.7 million local and international visitors. Through engaging programs and interactive exhibits, the NEWater Visitor Centre has played an invaluable role in enhancing the public's understanding of NEWater and Singapore's water story.
I remember the first time I stepped into NVC was in the year 2021. So we came here to prepare for a program we had planned for the primary school students. Our girls were thrilled to come back here to plan the program because they remembered their own time here when they were in primary school. They visited here, and I think it's very good for them to pay it forward to kind of share what they know about the NVC, the NEWater story, as well as Singapore water sustainability efforts. Many of us, our generation and the current generation, they've kind of like taken water for granted because it comes to us so easily.
Sometimes you wonder whether they come here, they believe, and they go back, they forget. But the truth is, even after 10 years, 20 years, they remember this place, and they actually remember the NEWater process. They feel for the place. Even just one trip here, so let alone people like myself.
In July 2024, Bedok NEWater Factory produced its last drop of water, while the NEWater Visitor Centre welcomed its final visitor after more than 20 years of serving Singapore.
Yeah, so it's a rare sight to have such a quiet place. In the past, we seldom have such a quiet time here.
I like to be sincerely grateful and thank my team for their full dedication, commitment to make this NEWater program a success. And I think they should be proud that they are the pioneers in this NEWater program. That they themselves play a very important role in delivering what I'll call our third national tap. When we do this project, we understand the significance of this project. We cut up for the film.
What kept me going are my colleagues and my bosses that pushed me on and said, "Hey Sham, you're not alone, we are there for you." I really appreciate, and I'll never forget the team.
My role is coming in, I'm 24/7 supporting. Let's say in the middle of the night, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., if I need to come, I will come. So I always say that, oh, this is my second home. I will say that it's quite sad to hear that it's going to move. Yeah, I miss a lot of people here.
It's like closing a chapter, you know. Yeah, you do feel nostalgic about these things, but you know you got to move on because the excitement is in the future, you know.
Our water story is always evolving, and we must still continue innovate to have a more sustainable and resilient water supply in the future.
The closing of Bedok NEWater Factory can translate to another new chapter, which I hope our future generations will write their own story and write the story better than us.
Yesterday's triumphs are the foundations for tomorrow's successes. The dedication of generations of officers at Bedok NEWater Factory and the NEWater Visitor Centre have helped to make NEWater a cornerstone of our water story. By continuing to face challenges with courage, we can turn daring dreams into reality and make the impossible possible, securing a thriving water future for generations to come.